Welcome, one. Welcome, all, to another glorious Wednesday. You already know what it is. It is not only hump day, but it is the day your favorite program drops another episode. How you doing? Let me tip of the hat to you all. I hope everyone's having a great day. It's a great day to have a great day. Get after it, own the day, seize it. Here we go. Already know the Compas are going to dive into all the week 5 takeaways. Are the NFC East the best division in football? What are we doing over there? Wow, hats off to them. Are the Packers for real, or what's going on in Cheese County, in the cheese state with the cheeseheads? They're going to get into it all. You already know. And as always, you already know we're going to get into our witty banter about this, that, here, over there, everything. Don't you worry about it. We're going to get the 4 grids going. And by the way, do not forget, we have other programs on the Compas on the Beat network. We got a little House of Horns. What? Got a little What's Up Bolts. What? A little Combat Compas. What? And regular Compas, which you are watching today. So check that off the list. Good to go on your part. And do not forget, we are also on all social media platforms. We're on the TikToks, and Instagrams together at Compas on the Beat. What? We're on the Twitter at Compas OTB. The OTB is capital. What? Your Compas are everywhere. We're building. It's expanding exponentially. So just stick on the ride. Get on the train. You already know your Compas are going. Anyway, enough with the dilly-dally. Let's just get to it. It's time to get to the best damn podcast in all the universe. All the way from across the hallway. Play the music, Nando! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to Compas on the Beat. I am Fernando Ramirez. I cover the Chargers for the Sporting Tribune. He is Gilbert Manzano, my tag team partner. He covers the LA Rams for the LA Daily News and the Southern California News Group. He is Gilbert Manzano. What's up, bro?
What were you gonna say? The Southern Hemisphere,
stumbling on that one.
The Southern Hemisphere, Antarctica.
I was honestly like Southern California. You have so many newspapers that I'm like thinking through my head. I'm like, which 30 of them do I have to mention?
You've had 3 different intros in the last year. Okay, let me have my many newspapers.
No, I know, and they're good, and you do solid work for them. I couldn't remember which one was the other one, so I definitely remembered. But Gilbert, hypeness is something that I don't like to use lightly. Man, Combat Compas this week, we had a good guest on. Gilbert, I don't know how I can put this, but having Deontay Wilder on was amazing.
To start a show, I was going to say, to start the show with a promo, you're going to plug something. It must be big.
Plug it. I got to
plug it. I know we usually talk NFL week 5, by the way.
50 seconds in, and we're already plugging it. That's how big it was.
Maybe we don't need Dan and Diego to do some promos here. We'll do it ourselves. But yes, we got the Bronze Bomber. I don't know, scream. You want to scream it? Bomb Squad? You want to do it? I don't know. I feel like you're better for that.
Bomb Squad!
There you go. Deontay Wilder jumped on Combat Compas. If you haven't done it, subscribe on YouTube and check out the interview. It's a great interview. Fernando even said it's probably his favorite interview of all time on Compas on the Beat history. So that's saying a lot. But yes, we did get Deontay Wilder ahead of his matchup on Saturday.
He had to pull over.
Yeah, he was laughing.
We made him laugh. Like, he had to pull over because he was laughing so hard. So I honestly, it was just amazing talking to him. And you never know. You never know how athletes are going to be. But man, Deontay honestly was a lot of fun, and he was really open with us, and he joked around and everything. He even gave us a gracias at the end.
Yeah. He's I think he wants to be a compa, and he is a compa. We always appreciate everybody's time, and for somebody of that caliber, especially before a fight, like he was in training camp mode, jumped on compa. He said, "Hey, my handlers, my promoters, my PR people, I hear about that show, Combat Compas. I heard Andy Ruiz was on that show, a future opponent. I heard Triple G was on it. I heard Brian Garcia, so put me on it, and they got him on. We delivered. and before a very entertaining Week 5 of the NFL season.
Guys, and don't forget, Thursday, we will be having a special episode of Combat Compas. We will be breaking down Deontay Wilder's next fight. Ryan Garcia tweeting out done deal and eye emojis. First of all, that's Fernando's eye emoji move. And second of all, what does that mean? And Gervonta Davis responded to that. So Gilbert will give me his expertise on what this all means. He speaks boxing. I'm starting to get a little bit fluent. Je m'appelle Fernando. I'm starting to understand a little bit more and more. Yeah. And then obviously we will be having a breakdown of Extreme Rules. Gilbert. He's back. The White Rabbit appears. We'll be talking about all that on Thursday. But for now, let's talk a little NFL. Gilbert, you were in Dallas, Texas to watch the Rams face the Dallas Cowboys. How was it in Arlington, Texas, Gilbert? How was that?
You want me to walk into your joke here? I was in Inglewood, California.
Oh, well, dang.
Inglewood up to no good at SoFi Stadium. But yes, there was a lot of Cowboys fans there. And you know what? I'll just say hopefully Matthew Stafford's doing okay, because I actually wrote a story at the OC Register, LA Daily News, all the newspapers, Fernando. Matthew Stafford has took 12 sacks, 22 hits in a 6-day span. So hopefully he's okay.
You know what? And it's funny because Victor producer sent us a tweet today that Matt Rule, who's been fired, his offense scored 93 points. The Rams have only scored 80 in that same span. I'm not calling for Sean McVay to be fired. We all know he's the whiz kid, the future of the league. He's the future of Monday Night Football, in my opinion. But I think that obviously they have some things to fix. But Gilbert, I have to ask, when they would chant "Whose house," would the Cowboys fans respond?
Now that I think about it, I don't even think I heard of a "Whose house" chant.
I want to know.
Actually, you're right. And I think about it. I didn't hear a "Whose house" maybe not once, because they probably knew that's trouble.
Well, yeah.
You're asking for something there. But I did see Kim Kardashian on the screen. They had Kim Kardashian. If
that would have been Vegas, Gilbert, you would have been down on the field or San Francisco.
Yeah, I got to meet
her. To jump on. You could have been like, Kim, I don't know, Miss Kardashian. I don't know which show you want to jump on, but we have 4.
Yeah.
Combat Compas, House of Horns, which that would have been all 4 of us jumping on that one, because I would have had to jump on that one.
I think Kim said maybe the one that Dan and Dago was not on, and I was like, okay, jump on Combat Compas or House of Horns. There you go. But yeah, Fernando, it was an interesting Week 5. Check out House of Horns, plug right there for a full recap of the Rams getting shut down by the Cowboys, and also check out What's Up Boats. Don't talk about me, Fernando. What's Up Boats is doing big things, because people are, I don't know, should I say excited or have a lot to say about Brandon Staley, 4th and Staley, and you and your brother broke it down and you gave the people answers.
Yeah, no, and I mean, people were wondering, hey, like, what happened with 4th and Staley? Brandon said it again on Monday. He reiterated it. I want the ball in our offensive hands. Sebastian Joseph Day. Hey, if that's what he wanted, he's the coach. He makes the decisions. That's why they pay him the big dollars. Sebastian, I think you actually make more than Brandon Staley does. But yeah, obviously Brandon makes all the decisions. Austin Eckler said, hey, we feel honored that he wants us out on the field. The only thing is the play call could have been better. I thought they should have kicked Mike Williams more inside. He was all the way on the outside. I would have kicked him more in the inside and maybe have him do a quick slant. But I mean, the thing is, and then also
Fernando, I said do a promo for What's Up Boat.
My bad. Okay, yeah, sorry, not a full breakdown. Well,
by the way, that reminds me, you had me cracking up. Well, you didn't, but you had the tweet of Sebastian Joseph Day saying, "Get your head out of your what?"
So he basically said, so in the first half, they allowed Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt to go nuts. In the second half, Nick Chubb only had 39 yards. So he's like, we need to get our heads out of our asses. And we did that in the second half. So, But it's funny. He asked Jeff Miller, I guess in the locker room on Sunday, how many yards did we hold Nick Chubb to in the second half? He's like, I don't know. And so Jeff told him actually on Zoom, he's like, oh, you held him on 39. He's like, see, there you go. We got our heads out of our asses. So pretty cool, pretty good Monday round of interviews. But Gilbert, and I got to ask, just because the Rams are 2-3, I know Carolina's coming in. Carolina's going to have a bunch of energy coming in. They're going to feel, obviously, their coach is no longer with them. Matt Rule's been fired, according to Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport. They and they're struggling. I mean, what can you put your finger on something? I mean, obviously, I think they missed Von Miller on one side, and I think they missed OBJ on the other. If I'm OBJ, what the hell am I? And I saw your story, very well put together, Gilbert. OBJ is not going to solve all the problems that this team has. He can't play offensive line. I've said it too. If I'm OBJ, why do I come back to this situation? But for you, you're the Rams guy. What do you think? What can you put your finger on?
Yeah, honestly, I was trying to give this team opportunities to prove me wrong. And then the San Francisco 49ers game Monday night came. I was like, okay, I know who you guys are. You have a very bad offensive line with injuries. And I'm not even sure if you get healthy in the offensive line, that will solve your problems, because in week one, they were healthy and Von Miller ate them up. They have over reliance on Cooper Kupp. They can't figure out a way to get Allen Robinson involved. And this week, they finally spread the ball around, but Allen Robinson was quiet. And it's not just blocking for the offense. He had 2 catches for 7 yards. on one play, he had one catch for 1 yard, and I tweeted that, and some people were making fun of it. Yeah, people are frustrated with Allen Robinson. They can't block, not just on the offensive line. They can't block with tight ends. They can't pass protect with running backs. The play calling has been pretty spotty too. So it's just a broken offense.
What?
Whoa. And by the way, Sean McVay said Matthew Stafford needs a lot of help. But McVay says Stafford's doing nothing wrong. I don't know about that, but yes, there's a lot of problems overall. Yeah, check out my work at those Rivera. I'll break it down. Yeah, what was that?
Matthew Stafford's a teacher's pet then, because I see a lot wrong.
Yeah, no, but credit to Matthew Stafford for saying that he could have not fumbled the ball in the first drive. That could have been.
The problem is too, they're swarming him. Oh my bad. Yes, go check out everything that Gilbert's doing.
Fernando, let's go on that. No, let's go segue, because you set me out with the Panthers thing. Can that's gonna be my takeaway? Can I do my takeaway now? Are we ready for week 5?
Well, real quick, I also liked your tweet today. If you don't want to mess with Brian Burns this weekend, why not trade for him if the Panthers are gonna have a wholesale?
Yeah, when I was thinking about the wholesale, I'm like, they actually have some good pieces. Like, you got a Christian McCaffrey, get yourself a DJ Moore, even a Robbie Anderson.
Did you hear the rumor that
Eric Brown?
There's rumors right now that Buffalo inquired about Christian McCaffrey. So it's like, oh, wow. Can you imagine? That offense is already loaded. And then they said, oh, no, there's no truth to it. But, where there's smoke, there's fire. But, man, if that team gets Christian McCaffrey and OBJ, that team is going to be too loaded. But go ahead with what was your biggest takeaway?
The funny thing is that the Rams want to trade for everybody. But I'm like, eventually you're going to run out of capital to trade. So we'll see.
Well, and that's what I've been saying. They've at one point the water starts coming up. The water's right here for the Rams. I mean, there's no more you can really do.
Well, like Dan Diego said earlier, credit to him. They won a Super Bowl, so they probably don't care about the water.
Exactly.
But you want to repeat, so I get it. But yeah, my takeaway, Fernando, this one kind of just bugs me, because I've been saying in the NFL, you want to have something really good or something really bad. You don't want to be stuck in the middle of just average football. And when I saw the Saints stick around with Jameis Winston for another year, I saw the Panthers make a trade for Baker Mayfield and your backup Sam Darnold. You have nothing going on for you. And then our boy, I'm sorry, he's a compa. He's one of the real OGs. Ron Rivera today, throwing the bus or backing up the truck over Carson Wentz. And all I have to say is, are you surprised, Ron? Riverboat Ron? Carson Wentz is not the guy. Baker Mayfield's not the guy. Jameis Winston's not the guy. Why did these teams invest and surround their 2022 season in these quarterbacks and play the audio, Fernando and Ron Rivera?
Why do you think the teams in the division are farther ahead at this point?
Quarterback. The truth is that this is a quarterback-driven league. And if you look at the teams that have been able to sustain success, they've been able to build it around a specific quarterback.
The best part about that audio, Fernando, is yeah, everybody in the NFC East has a quarterback. If you're Daniel Jones, you're like, yeah, I'm a quarterback in this division.
If you're like Cooper Rush, the right arm they call the gun.
Yeah, we're here, yeah. But yeah, they are 4-1. I think 4-1 Cowboys. Cowboys, that team that I picked there, backing them up. The Eagles, your Eagles, 5-0. So everybody's doing well besides, poor old Ron Rivera, who's a friend of the show. But when you trade, I think he traded a first-round pick. Correct me if I'm wrong, Fernando, for Carson Wentz or something.
No, I think it was a second rounder.
And the thing about that, he jumped it. I don't know. He's not the GM, or he has a lot of say in that front office. they jumped at Carson Wentz so early, and they didn't let it wait or develop. Like
They had inquired about Jimmy G, but Jimmy was still dealing with his shoulder. But it's like there's so many. That's why to me it was so weird that Terry McLaurin signed that extension because they don't even have the quarterback situation figured out.
But I get it. When you get money thrown at you, you got to take it.
I mean, you're gonna be like whatever. Like Terry McLaurin's kind of like who was it? Oh, Larry Fitzgerald getting 1,000 yards with whatever quarterback they put on the field with him, and he's just gonna get his 1,000 yards, hit his bonuses, and let's call it a day.
And last thing I'll say on this, Fernando, like, yeah, don't be surprised when you're putting like I feel bad for Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas. I know he's hurt, but all these players with the Saints, like the Saints has a nice roster. You're gonna go out there and trot out Jameis Winston. I get you want to win and be competitive, but this is where I kind of give some credit to Seattle. Like Seattle's like looking at that draft class next year and like, you know what, Gino, whatever, man, let's do it for 1 year and let's wait it out. So either you wait it out for a quarterback to draft, or you find your future already and you go for it. But when you're in that middle stage, it's just really bad football. But I don't know what do I know? I'm over here watching Matthew Stafford and the Rams, and they have bad football there. So,
my biggest takeaway is we don't know spit about anything because I'm literally looking at I'm like, it's incredible how bad Thursday night football is. I think the Chiefs and the Chargers game has been the only game that's been entertaining.
I forgot about that game.
Man, that game, and it feels like a long time ago. That Indy-Denver game was rough. All the injuries that happened at Denver. And then I think I read somewhere that Russell Wilson's in LA getting surgery on his arm, getting a surgery that's done for quarterbacks. But then they're saying that he's still going to play on Monday against the Chargers. And I'm like, why? Your season's basically done. Like, and he said after the game, oh, wait until we turn this around. With what? You have no left tackle. You've lost a lot of skill position players. Your defense, you've lost some other players as well, too. Like, what are you talking about? So I just think that kind of the Sunday night and the Monday night football games have been kind of bad. But we really don't know anything, Gilbert. The Colts beat the Broncos. That one I was surprised at. Then you have the Giants that beat the Packers, and you're like, what is going on? Then the Patriots blow out the damn Detroit Lions. That one really surprised me. The Jets beat the Dolphins, albeit Teddy Bridgewater went down with a concussion. I don't know what the hell's going down in Miami.
They were fun for 2 weeks.
Oh, dude, the Texans beat the Jaguars 13-6. How the hell do they blow? Like, that's the craziest part about this league.
What happened to the Jaguars?
That's the craziest part, though, Gilbert. The house was burning with the Chargers 2 weeks ago. Fans were calling for the season to be over. They've won 2 in a row. The Jaguars have now lost 2 in a row, and it looks like their house is falling apart. It's just crazy.
You're saying people overreact. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of overreaction, and that's why I tell people, like, the NFL is a week-to-week league. Everybody overreacts, and I'm like, dude, just chill out, relax, wait to see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of craziness right now in the NFL, and I'm looking through the schedule, but man, I cannot believe the Colts survived. It's just crazy how bad Thursday night games are. And then I think I saw the schedule, Thursday night game football. Listen to this schedule. This week it's the Commanders and the
Bears, right?
The Bears. That's gonna be terrible. Then you're gonna go and you're gonna get you get New Orleans at Arizona. Then you get Baltimore at Tampa Bay, should be a good one. Then you get the Eagles at Texans, Atlanta at Carolina, Tennessee at Green Bay, New England at Minnesota, Buffalo at New England. Oh, wow, they get 2 Thursday night games. Or 2 yeah. And then Raiders at Rams, that'll be a good one. 49ers at Seahawks, Jacksonville at Jets. Like,
yeah, Fernando, we don't need the whole schedule. Come on.
Yeah, my bad. It's just bad. But yeah, my bad. It's just
the next 5 weeks are pretty terrible.
Yeah, there's a bad one. One player that jumped out to you over the weekend, Gilbert.
I'm taking the easy way again because I guess when you're a beat reporter, you can't watch the entire league like the way you want to. But yeah, again, Michael Parsons is really good, and I get he's playing a bad Rams offensive line, but that guy's a monster. He's a stud. People are comparing him to Lawrence Taylor, one of the greatest outside linebackers in the NFL history. He's really good, and to watch him come out, limping with a bad groin as a third down pass rusher and still having an impact. I think he had 3 quarterback hits, 2 sacks, and the first couple of weeks they were like triple teaming him or whatever. he's still finding a way to make an impact. So people are comparing him to Aaron Donald. The attention that he's commanding, that's high praise. So Aaron Donald and Michael Parsons were going out on the field. Micah came out on top. You know what? I will say I like watching the wide receivers, but I enjoy watching edge rushers go to work.
Micah got hurt on Sunday.
I think he had like a groin already, like an issue, and then he like re-aggravated. Am I saying that? Re-aggravated. There we go.
It. Yeah.
And then like he was like on the bike, he was trying to get it right, and then at one point he was limping too much out there, so it was kind of like
so he might not play on Sunday.
Supposedly it's okay for him to play, but he was going like it got to a point where like he was only coming down. He was coming in on the field for third down pass rushing, and he was still making an impact. So he's that good.
I'm gonna go with I mean it's the game that I saw also. Jameer Sawyer, 6th round draft pick for the Chargers. Zero sacks against Myles Garrett. Very impressive. I mean, he was able to keep Myles Garrett off of Justin Herbert, and that's what I've been saying. Like Justin Herbert has the injury and everything with the rib. Well, that's the best way to keep him off of it is not getting sacked. Gilbert, he's only been sacked 5 times this year, and in 2 of those, he's given himself up. So I mean, they've only allowed literally 3 sacks this season. It's an NFL low and by a lot. So that's been pretty impressive about the Chargers offensive line.
Can I say something real quick, Fernando? This reminds me of something. I am tired of the NFL draft gurus or NFL team scouts saying like, you're too short, your arms were too short, you're going to kick inside, and you play tackle your whole, career or life. Like this guy won a national championship at left tackle. People are saying the same thing about Rashawn Slater. That's not 2 guys, Slater and Sawyer. I'm not saying Sawyer's already on the Slater level, but like, when the guy's doing well on the outside, they don't play in the outside. So imagine the Chargers didn't have the injuries. Who knows what would happen? And by the way,
go ahead.
I was going to say real quick, like if Slater comes back and left tackle, you kick Sawyer to the right tackle.
No. Well, actually, I don't know because Trey Pipkins is actually playing really well. Right. So I mean, I don't know what they're doing. But some fan actually tweeted at me this weekend. He's like, "So when we were about to make the playoffs, and what's his name, and Slater comes back, what are we gonna do?" I'm like, "Dude, relax. Wait till you get there. Don't put the cart before the horse." Gilbert, obviously the Chargers have been the Chargers beat the Browns on Sunday. They came back. They were down 14-0. Brandon Staley's been criticized for his 4th and 2 late in the game. Is it fair criticism, even though the analytics say to go for it? And obviously he's not the only one getting criticized because there's other coaches being criticized for it. But do you think it's fair or foul or not fair or foul, but like, do you think it's fair criticism?
Yeah, I was going back and forth with this one, and the only reason I was going back and forth because I was watching the game like on the big screen at SoFi, and I was seeing tweets, so I didn't really have the full situation there. And then I kind of went back and assessed it. And I'm like, you know what? I could live with the decision with Brandon Staley because it means if you get 2 freaking yards, the game is over. You run the clock out. That's it. Like I like those chances. I know you're backed up and you don't get it. They kick a field goal and the game's over. And they got so lucky he missed that field goal. But I'm like, if you got an opportunity to get 2 yards and just call it a day and end it on your own terms, I kind of like it. I know it's a little risky, but a lot of people are losing their minds. So I would say it's fair, but I'm like, I can see why you want to win the game.
Austin Eckler said that's Brandon Staley. That's who he is. That really is who he is, and he's made a mantra of it. If he would have made it, Staley has balls between it or boulders between his legs. He has my bad. He has boulders between. He has boulders between his legs. He's so aggressive. He's so good. Oh my God! Wow. Obviously, he didn't come up with it, but Mike had been torching the Browns all game long, so I understand why he did go for it. I also understand the other side of it's not like it's Peyton Manning or Tom Brady you're going up against. You're going up against Jacoby Brissett, pin them, and have your defense go out there. I actually liked it. I actually thought, you know what? Let him, go for it. The only thing is, like I said earlier, I would have kicked Mike inside, make him make the cornerback work harder. But other than that, I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's just that's the thing. You and I have covered Brandon. The beat writers have covered Brandon. Everybody else is the one that's like, oh my God, what's he doing? Like, is it reckless? They won the game. What does it matter? They won the game. And look, who knows? Last year at the end of the season, the 4th down stuff wasn't working. Maybe this year towards the end of the season, it starts working. You never know. So, and remember, Keenan Allen's not here. So once Keenan Allen
that
comes
reminds
back,
me. By the way, Mike Williams has been balling out, man. As the number 1 guy,
he
Mike
really,
Williams, he's
he
doing
really
his
is.
part.
And by the way, for people asking, yes, Brandon Staley did address Keenan Allen going at what WTF, what was that? He said him and Keenan had a heart-to-heart, that they talked about it, and he said if Keenan was there, Keenan would have wanted them to go for it.
You have nothing to talk
Keenan,
about on What's Up Bolts, Fernando. You have nothing to talk about.
Well, I'm just saying, but I just wanted to let people know. And next, let's go over Gilbert in London. The Giants upset the Packers, and the Giants are now 4-1. Everybody on this show picked the Packers to win. Should we be giving the Giants more respect, or do you think they're going to flame out eventually?
I think so, but I think you're right on the flaming out. I don't really believe in them, but I just really like the job that Brian Dable has been doing. Sometimes when you have they have a lot of they have some good pieces, but a lot of I don't want to say bad players, but they don't have when you look at the roster, it doesn't stand out, and that tells you that good coaching could go a long way. Dan and Dago, you're a good coach. Take your team to the promised land. See, I'm nice sometimes, but when you have good coaching, that's enough to get it done. And Brian Dale's been doing it with Saquon Barkley. Remember, we all wrote him off.
Revived.
Yeah, but I just don't believe in the Daniel Jones kind of effect here. And I just see when you play a good team, you get to the playoffs, you probably get exposed. And they lost to what already? The Cowboys, right? Or
yeah,
yeah,
they lost to the Cowboys. Remember in March when ESPN had a thing that said, should the Chargers trade a 4th-round draft pick for Saquon Barkley? Can you imagine how different this team would have been if they actually would have done something like that? But going back to it, I think the Giants will end up flaming out, but the crazy part is that they're missing their top receiver now. I think Sterling Shepard tore his ACL or tore a groin or something.
Yeah,
he's now out for the year. Kenny Golladay is just he's Kenny Golladay. Obviously they're not doing well with him, but
I mean, there's talent.
Yeah, I know they're winning in so many different ways that you're just impressed. Their offensive line's actually doing a good job, so I'm impressed with them. But I just don't think they still haven't played the Eagles. They still have to play the Cowboys once more. I think once they get to the harder part of their schedule, they'll end up flaming out. But I mean, hey, as of right now, good job by him. Gilbert, we get the Compas Bowl on Sunday Night Football when my Eagles fly, and your Cowboys face off on Sunday Night Football. Which QB do you think has the edge in this game, Dak, Cooper, or Jalen Hurts?
We got 3 QBs.
And which team are you taking for the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Dak Prescott plays, because I'm going to say this. We got a little too far ahead on the Cooper Rush experience. He's doing his job. He's winning, but they're winning not because of him. He's just doing his job, not turning the ball over. Now I'm thinking okay, bring Dak Prescott back in, and then he will actually spread the ball around.
And the Eagles will be 6-0.
I don't know. We'll see. But it's defense. This defense is really good. Michael Parsons, Marcus Lawrence, this guy named Armstrong, who just crushed the Rams in the first quarter. Good linebackers. Mike McCarthy is on love with Anthony Barr. He's always giving him praise. Trevon Diggs gets beat every now and then, but he makes plays. So good defense. Tony Pollard is really good. Ezekiel is doing his job. CeeDee Lamb's good. Michael Gallup is good. So I think putting Dak Prescott will be an upgrade. I think, what did you showed me that tweet right from Jim Trotter on Zeke saying disrespect for Dak Prescott, but it's hard because you like Cooper. He's doing the job, but my Cowboys, I think they're going to Philly, right? There's going to be a tough one in Philly. They'll get it done and prove you wrong.
Stop.
I thought you froze for a second.
No, I'm going to take the Eagles the rest of the way.
I forgot about the rest of the way. Yeah, Cowboys.
Yeah, the Eagles have the better secondary. I'm going to go Jalen Hurts in this one. What are you talking about? AJ Brown, Devonta Smith. They got some ballers on this team. Dallas Goedert, the run game. I think the Eagles are, and the Eagles have a better offensive line. So I think the Eagles are better all around. I think the Eagles are the team. And let me
ask you, Fernando, you think Jalen Hurts could keep this up the whole year? We've never seen him do it for a whole year.
I think there's gonna be a time where he is gonna. That's what I want to see. I want to see what happened. I told you 2020 when Herbert first started. I want to see what happens in the bad games. I want to see what he's able to do in those bad games. In those bad games, and I'm going to be completely honest, the team failed around him, and he kind of was still trying to pick it up. He was still hitting receivers, doing that kind of stuff. I want to see what happens when Jalen Hurts faces adversity. Is he going to stay in there in the pocket, stick around, and try and do his thing, or is he going to go more Kyler Murray and try and scramble around, try and like do kind of the video game ass stuff that just isn't sustainable? And will he stand in there? And I think this is going to be a good game to see if he's going to stand in there and if he's going to face the adversity. So,
like, imagine it's a tie game. 2 minutes ago, he has the ball.
I want to see what he's going to do.
What can he do?
Yeah, I want to see it. We've seen Dak Prescott do it before in the past. He's led the team down. He's won the game. I want to see what Jalen Hurts can do. But yeah, I'll take the Eagles the rest of the way. I'm confident in their team as a whole. Gilbert, real quick, give me your top 5 teams.
Yes, same 3 apply. Bills. They look great against. I don't even know who they beat down. Who they beat down?
The Steelers.
There you go. Oh, they crushed the Steelers. Oh, Kenny Pickett trying to pick a fight. That was funny. Yeah, the Chiefs, who just barely pulled it out. Sorry, Victor. I know you're still mad about that game. And number 3, Eagles, and then number 4, Ravens. The kicker. I'm already forgetting his name.
Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker, man. There you go. Sorry, disrespect for Justin Tucker. You're the great kicker. Game-winning field goal. And then 5, I will go 49ers. And you probably wonder, where are the Cowboys? I have like a method here, so don't ask me. But 49ers number
5. Eagles are still number 1. Bills are still number 2. I'm gonna move the 49ers to number 3.
Whoa.
Chiefs number 4, and I'm gonna keep them off the list. Ravens number 5.
See, I know why, because that 4 or 5 spot we've been cursing the team.
Yeah.
You know who got it last week?
Who?
The Packers. The Packers got it last week.
Oh, but that was you. I didn't have the Packers there.
Yeah, the Packers in the top 5.
Did I? I don't remember having them.
I had them in my top 5. Yeah. See, Victor is shaking his head. Yes.
Okay.
Nodding.
Now let's go with our rapid fire. Gilbert, which New York team has a better story so far this season? The Giants at 4-1 or the Jets at 3-2?
It's definitely the Giants. They're more exciting right now. I think the Jets kind of just stumbled into the 3-2 start, but it's good to see Zach Wilson winning some of these games because he's a franchise quarterback for them. And Breece Hall, man, stud running back. He kind of annoyed me because I picked up Michael Carter in the fantasy football, and he's not doing anything. We got two touchdowns. Sorry.
I think no, you're good. I think I'm going to go with the Jets or the Giants as well. Well, actually, the Jets beat the Browns 31-30. They beat the Tua Dolphins over the weekend 40-17, and they've beaten the Steelers. Those are not bad victories. Here they play the Packers in 2 weeks, so that'll be an interesting. Oh no, actually they play the Packers this Sunday, so that'll be interesting. I don't know if you heard Aaron. Well, my bad, it's a minute, but Aaron Rodgers basically said that he doesn't like the team. Jari Alexander's like, I'm not worried. If we lose next weekend, I'm going to be worried. And Aaron Rodgers was like, I don't want to hear any talk like that. I don't want to hear any negative talk like that. We need to stay positive. I'm like, oh, okay.
As long as they're not shoving any camera guys like Devontae Adams, I think they're good.
Whoa, that's later. Gilbert, fair or foul for fantasy leagues to allow Taysom Hill to be eligible as a tight end?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I will say fair because it's a graveyard for tight ends. It's always tough. Like, I had a Logan Thomas and he was out. So I was like, trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel here. And I went with Tyler Conklin for the Jets. You know what he got me, Fernando? 0 points. So yeah, if you got Taysom Hill, take advantage of it. Why not?
I'm with you too. I mean, Taysom Hill literally lines up everywhere. He's a running back. He's a fullback. He's a tight end. He does it all. So yeah, no, for fantasy purposes, he's not even a quarterback. Who's a starting quarterback? It's Jameis Winston or it's Andy Dalton. So Taysom Hill is a gadget player. So leave him as hey, I think Andy Dalton's 2-0 since taking over, I believe.
Yeah. Alvin Kamara played better with him too.
The Red Rifle's back. So yeah, leave Taysom Hill as a tight end. That's
but what. Get some touches on Kamara though, please. He got 4. That's enough for you.
Well, yeah. Gilbert, biggest surprise division leader after week 5: Vikings, Ravens, or Niners?
Because Jimmy G went back in, I'm not too surprised because they're pretty steady when he's around. Ravens have Lamar Jackson and he's healthy. They're good. I will go with the Vikings. They're kind of like the Giants, right? I don't believe in them, but they're 4-1. It's nice, but it just feels like Kirk Cousins is going to ruin it eventually. Jefferson is pretty much all they have on that team. Have I heard that one Cook's name? I don't know, and I can't really name a lot of defenders on that defense. So Vikings have been the biggest surprise. Yeah.
Excuse me,
Moment.
Dalvin Cook had 2 touchdowns over the weekend, and
Oh,
he
okay,
did
there you go.
beautifully for me. So that's what I
No, I was
needed. I
gonna say
needed
he's
that.
he's on one of your fantasy teams, huh?
Yeah, he is. So I'm 5-0 in one, 4-1 in the other. So definitely. So I'm gonna go with the Niners. I mean, everybody expected the mighty Rams to come out here and bulldoze teams over. I think the 49ers have done exactly what they've needed to. The only problem is, did you see Nick Bosa has the same injury as Joey? Groin injury.
Oh,
I don't know if he's going to need surgery. We don't know yet, but it sounds like
Ooh.
he might be out for a little bit
Oh,
with
that's
that groin
tough.
injury. I
Oh,
know,
man.
but I'm going to go 49ers.
Jesus. Okay.
I know it sucks, and it's the same injury. Well, same area of injury. Gilbert, both Super Bowl participants are 2-3. Who makes the playoffs, the Rams or the Bengals?
Yeah, that's not. It's a Super Bowl hangover hitting hard for these teams. I will lean Bengals. I feel the Bengals have less problems. The Rams have a whole lot of problems, and I think with the Bengals, they can't figure out how to beat this too high safety scheme. Like they were so known for like the deep ball with T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd and Jamar Chase, and now teams are like, you know what, you guys play the deep ball so well, let's just put people back, and they're like flustered, but they're confused. You would think eventually good coaching would figure it out. Like,
but I think Tyler Boyd is hurt.
I think it's T. Higgins you're thinking about.
No, I think T. Higgins is now hurt.
Oh,
I think now they have both of them out.
Okay. I don't know about Tyler Boyd, but T. Higgins was trying to play last week with an injury, and then he missed the second half because he couldn't do it. So that definitely hurts them, and I think they can't really figure out the Joe Mixon there. But get better coaching and adjust there. But I think the Bengals will be fine. I don't know about the Rams, though. I'm still.
And it's not even that, dude. Like they paid so much money for that offensive line, and the offensive line hasn't been any better for Joe Burrow. That's crazy.
But it's better than the Rams one. I don't know.
No, it is. It is. Man, I'm going to have to go with you. Cincinnati Bengals. I can't believe in the Rams right now. That offensive line is terrible. Teams are just going to keep on bringing it. If I was teams, I don't know why people haven't just doubled, and I know it's easier said than done, just double the hell out of Cooper Kupp and like have a linebacker right in front of him, jam him at the line, and then have a corner right behind him ready to go. And exactly, you jam him, corner behind him, and you blitz Matthew Stafford the whole game. I mean, that's basically what nobody else is going to beat you. So no, but I'm gonna go with Cincinnati as well. Gilbert, it is now time to throw some. We're gonna have a pity party right now. Where we should both give our condolences to Vic, the producer. His Chiefs have now lost, or his Chiefs. My bad. His Raiders lost to the Chiefs. Vic, how are you doing?
Yeah.
That was tough to watch, but I had a good time. I got to spend time with my brother, so that was a cool. Yeah, we got to go watch that game, but yeah, it was.
Did you scream at the TV in public? Did you take a sad shot after the game? How are you during this whole time in public?
You can hear it. I lost my voice at one point, having to scream at some of those terrible calls. So I think my Wi-Fi went down there.
It's a type of night that you're having right now.
I know.
Fair or foul, Victor? Devontae pushing people.
Oh, that was foul, man. You can't do that. I get being frustrated, being 1-4, but you can't do that, man. That's unacceptable. But happy to be on with you guys, and thanks for bringing me on.
This is what we're talking about right now. Is this one?
He didn't really toss on that hard either. I think he saw a moment there.
You know what? I wish we had an expert right now to talk about that kind of play. Don't you worry. Your boy here, the expert. I got you on all things physicality and mentality. You just let me know what you want me to dissect.
Is that a pancake or is that a flag?
That guy's soft. Get the hell out of the way. He's trying to get off the field. No, I'm just kidding. Total scumbag move. I'm just kidding.
The more I see it,
Dan and Dago's not a scumbag. Devontae Adams is.
No, really, it looks worse and worse.
Can you seriously blame Devontae Adams? He's playing to the Raider legend right now. Like he is doing all things Raiders.
Yeah.
We don't expect anything less from the Raiders. Like, what are we even doing?
It's like a curse, man. You're an expert on curses, right, Dan? Can you decipher this Raider curse here for Devontae?
I'm the expert. You're the freak. If you look up curses,
you say I have
a picture of
You're the one that points out
the
this
definition
curse,
of a curse.
You point out the curses.
Can I come in here? I just realized that Gilbert has covered all three of these teams, and they're all cursed: the Rams, the Chargers, and the Raiders.
That's right. Look
Get
at the
outta
woes.
here.
Look at the woes of the Rams, dude.
Okay, you're gonna compare the Chargers and the Raiders, who have long history of issues, to me. But
What are you talking about? Are you serious? The Rams were garbage after the show on turf or whatever. They were garbage for years with Steve Fisher,
That's not the
Sam
problem.
Bradford.
That's the one That's the one curse you could hold up, because they just won a Super Bowl and I got out there and they're ruining
You said
it.
get out of the way.
Now you're garbage. Now they're
and the
garbage
Raiders,
thanks to
come
you.
You guys ruined Randy Moss. You guys ruined Philip Rivers. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just going.
Are you serious,
I'm
sir?
going on a tangent.
I will start my TED talk.
Okay. As soon as I said it, I'm like, okay, I'm
That's
playing
right.
with fire here.
Vic, what was your biggest takeaway of week 5?
For me, it was just some of the calls that we saw across the league. It was just bad to watch. You know, you talked about it earlier. I mean, how bad some of the calls were, and I know you're going to get into it later on. But for me, it was just the referee needs to get better at some point. You know, I know they're hiring full-time referees now, but things need to get better on that end. It's just been really bad. I mean, you can, I can bring up the Raider game right now, but there's been all across the league, it's been really bad. I don't know what you guys think about that, but for me, it's been really bad.
Vic, please, if they improve the Zebras, the Rams and the Chiefs wouldn't have Super Bowls. What are we talking about? Got to protect our franchises, dude.
Yeah.
Dan, what's your biggest takeaway from week 5?
I said it last week on this here, your favorite program, and I'm repeating it again. The Green Bay Packers are who we thought they were, and everybody just put them on the hook. I'm not a believer in Matt Fleur. LaFleur, my bad, LaFleur. I'm not a believer in it. I think Aaron Rodgers.
LaFleur.
Yeah, exactly.
LaFraud.
Pepe,
What you call
yeah, exactly. They fraud. Pepe Le Pew over here. But I think Aaron Rodgers has bailed him out a lot. I think he's had too many good teams and rosters or players and not produced enough to lose at home against the 49ers in week 1 of the playoffs. That's a joke. That's a joke. And then the way you lost, it's a joke, dude. Like, they are who we thought they were, and Aaron Rodgers has no one to blame but himself for his crappy situation. So good luck to that guy, dude. T's and P's.
You really dislike the Packers, huh?
I don't care for them. I just don't like LaFleur.
Last week, we all saw Aaron Rodgers talking to Bill Belichick after the game, and it was a pretty long conversation. I wonder what they were talking about. But
if he goes to the Patriots, they're back automatically.
Obviously, last week was not a good week for some of us.
For you.
For picks, Vic and I. No, for Vic and I. We both went 1-3 last week. Dan, Kirk, and Gilbert.
This scumbag is staying alive. I don't know how.
What curse?
By the way, right now, Dan and I were having dinner. Obviously, we were all having dinner, and Dan goes, "I need to stop picking with that damn cat."
See,
it's getting to your head.
Maybe you're following the cat. You never made the picks to begin with, you fraud.
Oh, you're a liar. You're 2-2 also, my guy.
But he just made me laugh the way he said it. Like he's like him and the cat are mortal enemies. All right, so this week Kirk will be picking. Oh, my bad. Overall, I'm 8-12. Dan is 11-9. Gilbert 10-10. Vic 10-10. And Kirk is 11-9. So it's Kirk and Dan.
He's been first the entire season.
You're at 500 like the mediocre garbage you are, my good sir.
Hey, I'm one game behind. Think about it that way, Dan.
So,
I'm behind
this week.
we'll
be picking Bengals at Saints, Ravens at Giants, Bills at Chiefs, and Cowboys at Eagles. So, gentlemen, if you would please lower your voices and let Kirk pick his. There's Kirk, the one-eyed cat. What a beauty. Here he comes. He's taking famous Jameis over Joe Burrow. Famous Jameis. No, Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, to get some revenge. He's going with Baltimore over the Giants. Oh, there you go. Baltimore's at home. He's coming up. He's choosing Eagles. Is it going to be Eagles, Cowboys? Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Next, Buffalo or Kansas City. He's gonna go with Jackson and Brittany Mahomes, and he's gonna choose the Chiefs. So I'm gonna ask Vic first. Vic, Bengals at Saints. Who you got?
Give me the Bengals.
I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna go Saints. I think the Red Rifle gets revenge and he beats his old team. Dan, who you got?
The Saints still have a dominant defense, don't they?
They have Tyrann Mathieu, Marshawn Lattimore. Yeah, they have some good
What about up
Cameron
front?
Jordan. Huh?
Cameron Jordan.
Up front?
Cameron Jordan. They have that guy
Good research.
Marcus Davenport. You
I
don't
didn't
give
get
you the
a
whole
list of
roster.
the picks yet, Jack. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't think the Bengals' O line is good enough to contend with this defense. I'll take the. Is the Saints at home?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take the Saints at home. I'll take the Saints at home.
Who did Kirk take? I forget.
No,
He
don't answer
took
his questions. He was being a scumbag earlier.
He
Who
took
asked
the
the
Bengals.
question? Oh, okay, damn. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the Saints at all. I'm going.
No,
with
he
Bengals.
took the Saints, by the way.
Oh,
Sorry.
Awesome, cool. Bengals.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he took the Saints.
I'm trying to catch
Oh,
you.
Yeah.
You one-eyed cat. I'm gonna get you. Let's go Bengals.
This
Okay,
guy.
you're gonna go Bengals. All right. Next game. So Dan and I and Kirk took the Saints. Okay. Next game, Ravens at Giants. Gilbert.
Ravens at Giants. That's in New York, right?
Yes, sir.
This is where it ends for the magic there in New York.
Please.
Into the Ravens.
Dan.
You know, I think if you can fluster Aaron Rodgers, who's a top tier quarterback, you can fluster a running back in the backfield. Give me the Giants.
Okay.
I had to say it. No, I'm just kidding.
Ravens.
He's all right, but give me the Giants.
Yeah, give me Ravens. I like what Lamar and crew are doing.
I need to catch up. I'm gonna go Giants.
Let's go. You and me. You and me.
There you
go.
Bills at Chiefs. I'm gonna go first. I'm taking the Bills. Dan.
I hope the Bills go in or they receive them like Attila the Hun, massacre them and leave nothing for the freaking.
They did that last year.
What's that bird called? The one that preys on the dead bodies?
Crows?
Vulture. Thank you.
Oh, Vulture.
Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Vic. Shout out.
Vic.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. They have their number. The Bills can't seem to beat them, so it doesn't matter where they play. Whether it's is it still Orchard Park or at Arrowhead?
No, they're gonna be at Arrowhead.
Okay, yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Gilbert.
This is tough because I've already gone with two road teams. I don't want to keep going with another road team, but I think the Bills are on a mission. No, I'm going with the Bills. They're on a mission.
Oh, we're screwed, Frau.
Remember the coin flip? Remember the 13 seconds? They want revenge and eat it. There you
The
go.
Lone Wolf.
All right. And here, the Compas Bowl. Cowboys and Eagles. Vic.
Give me the Eagles. They're at home.
Dan.
Yeah, give me the Eagles, but if Dak plays, give me the Eagles by 30.
Gilbert.
I can't waver, but that's 4 road teams. Let's go Cowboys.
All right, I'm going to go with Eagles as well. Obviously, let's start off with our burials of the week. And that only means one thing and one thing only.
Let's freaking go. I'm excited to bury
He's
people.
here.
Oh, yes!
Keep
He's
rolling,
got
rolling,
the
rolling.
whole world.
So, Gilbert,
In
we're going to
his
start it off with
hands.
you. Are you still doing what I think you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm burying somebody with an ugly pantsuit, right? Yes. Kyler Murray, what are we doing here with the Hillary Clinton pantsuit? The launch screen? Look at Hollywood Brown. Like, that's cool. It's hip. It's today's
No,
kids
that looks
music,
equally gross.
but it's better. Like, how we doing, kids? You know, he's cool guy here. But Kyler Murray, you know, wins more games and then go with the fashion. When you're not winning games, just go with the white tee and win the game. But yes, this is ugly. This is terrible. Buried it, throw it away, bring the shovel.
It's as bad as his play on the field, dude.
And that's what it's looking like, right?
All right, let's go with Vic.
Mine is pretty easy. I mean, it's the Panthers paying Matt Rule to go away. I mean, they're gonna pay him $40 million. How do you give these contracts to these college coaches? 7 years? I mean, I get the Niners giving my Shanahan and what's his name, the GM, 6-year contracts, and then for whatever reason, the excuse the owner gave was, "Oh, we're trying to make sure that coaches around the league see that we're committed to our coaches." And I'm just like, why would you do something like that? Like, give 4 or 5-year contracts like everybody else does. Now you're stuck paying $40 million to Matt Rule, and he's gonna go get a nice cushy job in college, and he's gonna make more money just because you decided to make him go away.
Wonder if he's gonna go to Nebraska.
7 years.
Ask Fernando about the crazy Mike McCoy. Mike McCoy had what, like 3 or 4 teams?
Oh, so when Mike McCoy got fired from the Chargers, he went to the Broncos and he signed a 4-year deal. Gets fired after 1 year, then goes to Arizona, signs a 4-year deal to be their OC, gets fired after 1 year. So for 5 years, he was making all that money that they owed him, basically, at both the Broncos and that the Arizona.
Don't they cancel out sometimes when you get a different job and you get paid less or something?
No,
I'll guarantee.
Yeah.
It's all guaranteed for coaches. So
I'm pretty sure there's something in the contract, but we'll figure that out. Last thing about real quick, Dan Campbell had a 7-year contract. Are we going to finally write him off already?
No, never. Dan Campbell is Motor City.
He got 7 freaking years.
I think Matt Rule's going to go to Nebraska. I think that either Urban Meyer or Matt Rule are going to end up at Nebraska.
There's no way you can trust Urban Meyer at another program. I'm sorry.
Urban Meyer, the college football coach, did nothing wrong.
Urban Meyer, the college football coach, did a lot wrong. He was
he did
of his own coaching staff.
Yeah, but he won. I mean, but he won national
championship. You can't keep recycling these garbage.
Dan, who are you burying?
I am burying people who watch baseball during football season. If there is no physical contact, it is not a sport. It is a hobby. It is so dull. We were at a family gathering. Frau can attest to this.
It was my mother's birthday on Sunday, and we were we threw her a surprise birthday party.
Love you.
Ah, nice.
Anyway, we're here. I have all these stooges around, and I'm like, hey, dude, it's 5:20. Can we get the sport no one cares about off the TV? And of course, everyone's pissing their pants because it's Padres and they're in the playoffs and all this. And just to mess with them, this is what I was doing the whole time. I would take a break from my phone when it was a commercial. I'd look up to the screen when the Padres are batting, and I'd do the it's a pop fly or whatever, just to piss them off.
Everybody was fighting with him, telling him about football and criticizing it. And it was so funny because the Padres would score a run and go, hey! And I go, really? And then he's like, no. He's like, this is boring. I just started laughing.
Baseball only matters when it's a series. And the last thing I'll say is this. They started booing me at one point, and I told them straight up with the straightest face. I said, I've seen what makes you cheer. I adore your boos. Thank you very much. I don't need you to cheer me.
You had to be the center of attention on your mom's birthday. What a scumbag.
What are you talking about? I'm the heel. I'm always the heel.
By the way, did you get ice in your drink this week? I hope you did.
You're a scumbag. No, I made sure this time. No, I have a very strict game day superstition. I get off of school. Okay. I go straight to Jack in the Box.
That started it.
Get my 2 sodas, no freaking ice, and then I head to the school to be ready for the game, dude. Okay. I have a tradition. It cannot be ruined.
All right. We got it.
For my burial, it has to be the roughing the passer calls. Everything that's been happening as of late. Like there was one night against the Chiefs where Chris Jones goes up. He tackles Derek Carr, rips the ball out of his hands, and they call a roughing the passer. And then obviously you have this roughing the passer call on Tom Brady on Sunday, and you're like, dude, what is going on? So this is the call. Obviously, Tom Brady standing there. Here comes Brady Jared. He just twists him around, doesn't even put his full body weight into him, and they call a roughing the passer call, and it's like,
took him out to dinner, dude.
Really? Like, what is that? And then obviously Chris Jones was asked about it today or on Monday after the game, and this is what he had to say about the rough in the passer call that he got.
Did pass interference a couple years back, where we can do the pass interference. I think that's now the next level we're gonna have to take as a league for all these rough in the passer.
Until that can happen, Chris, like, what do you do to make sure you can't change the way you play?
Hey, listen, this is a Christian like league, man. I'm afraid that I stay off the quarterback. Okay, I might have to pick him up and carry him, lay him down nowadays, man. You know.
Obviously, there he's joking around. He's like, I'm gonna have to pick him up and basically kind of lift him down. But if I was them, to be honest, I would go to the league office, get the best player at every position, take them and do the Rudy. Take off your jersey, put it on the desk, and say, I ain't playing until you guys fix this BS, because there's no way to play defense anymore. It's all offensive driven, and I get it. The quarterbacks are valuable, but when a quarterback like Justin Herbert's taking a beating and some of these other guys are getting some of these calls, you're just kind of like, I don't know. But what is that?
Yeah.
I didn't.
That's the
I
world's
didn't
smallest.
you.
That's the world's smallest violin. Because
I
the
didn't-
defense sucked, they have a Super Bowl. I don't want to hear
Okay.
nobody complain from that program.
I didn't interrupt you, but I just
didn't
think that the
interrupt.
rough.
I perfectly waited. And you know whose fault this is? This isn't.
No.
They don't have to do this Rudy crap. It's probably the
Can we get
NFLPA.
your promo? Just give us your promo.
All right.
All right,
Let's go.
fine,
Yeah, let's
whatever.
get over to Dan.
Whatever, fine,
Dan's
cool.
promo.
I start spitting facts. All of a sudden, let's cut him. That's cool.
Let's go to Dan's promo and see what he has cooking.
What can I tell you? Do we ever disappoint here on your favorite program? You already know we're firing on all cylinders at all times. Do not fret about nothing, no matter how much that stooge Gilberto tries to be an anchor to this here, your favorite program. It ain't gonna happen. Put it on my back. Put me in, coach. We're gonna drive all the way. Don't you worry about nothing. Speaking of crazy things that are happening on the program, you got to keep your eyes out on that Combat Compas notification, because let me tell you something. You never know who is going to stop on your favorite program. So keep an eye out for that. That is going to be, you're all going to be excited. It's pretty big. I can't say nothing. I'm already getting texts from the stooge over here in the private chat. I can't say it. Anyway, moving forward, if you want to advertise with your Compas, fret not. It's real easy. Just get the email is Gilberto@compasonthebeat.com. Just slide in his inbox. You already know. You got the best promo reader in the game right here, my guy or gal. Do not fret. Just come on over. We'll pop some Modelo's and talk some stuff. You already know how it is. Now let's get back to the program.
Dan, brilliant as always. We appreciate you. Obviously, don't forget Deontay Wilder. We had him on the show. You guys are going to love it. So we'll get that. You'll get to check that out. Guys, obviously, we got to go with our avocado roast. Brad Pitt has been in 2 movies this year, Lost City and Bullet Train, but film critics are buzzing over Pitt's upcoming film Babylon, based on the golden age of Hollywood when silent films transition to talkies. So obviously, Brad Pitt has been nominated for 7 Oscars, winning 2 of them. One for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and the other one for being a producer of 12 Years a Slave. What is your favorite Brad Pitt movie? Vic, I'm going to start off with you.
For me, it's Fight Club. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, his performance in that movie was awesome. I mean, like him mirroring Ed Norton there was just amazing with what he did there. And so for me, it's going to be Fight Club.
Mister, I'm wiping barbecue sauce off of my face, or I don't know what the heck you're doing. Can you, what's your movie?
100%. I think it has to be Inglourious Bastards. That's such a great film when he's Lieutenant Aldo Rain. And I just love that film. I think his accent's hilarious in it, especially when he pretends to speak Italian, which don't worry, Gilberto. I already called the Anti-Italian Defamation League. They'll be sending you an email soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I just love that film. It's a great film. You have Christopher Waltz in it. Love it.
Gilbert?
Oh, this is easy. I think I'm going to take my favorite movie. For sure, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. What a great movie. Angelina Jolie. All right, I'm kidding. See, you didn't put me in the main event. I had to mess around with you guys. Fury. Another great kind of war movie. I think Michael Peña's in it, right? My doppelganger, Michael Peña's in it too.
Yeah,
so,
he's in it. Yeah.
Overall, great movie. And I know, Dago, you love those war movies. So Fury is my choice.
I'm going to go with I'm gonna go with Bullet Train. I know it's new. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, why a new movie?" He's done an incredible job. My thing is, I love to see actors in their second lives. Second lives. What do you mean? You have your first life where it's Troy. It's all the movies that you guys mentioned. When you transition to that second part of your life as an actor, what are you gonna do? I liked there are some guys that I think that should transition and do other stuff like Mel Gibson. I think if Mel Gibson turned into a comedy, that old man, the one that's like I don't know, like old grandpa, like the one with Robert De Niro. If he did movies like that, comedy movies where he's the funny grandpa, I think he could totally kill it.
Not Passion of the Christ.
I want to see, I want to see what Brad Pitt is going to try.
You should watch that film.
Not Passion of the Christ.
You should watch that film.
I want to
Mel Gibson. Sorry.
I want to see what
you should watch it.
Brad Pitt is going to transition to in his second stage, but I think he did a great job in Bullet Train. He was funny. He was there wasn't anything over the top that I thought it was a really good movie. So I'm gonna go with Bullet Train. But guys, in during the latest
you're
episode,
not gonna give us your avocado rating?
We're getting some ratings here.
Oh, I thought you Bullet Train?
Yeah, you watched it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give it a I'll give it a 9.1.
Oh, well,
yeah,
that's pretty good.
I thought it was pretty,
I thought we go like 90%, or you go.
Okay, my bad. 90. I'll give it a 91%. I thought it was that good. I thought it.
90. You're very generous with your avocado.
No, I really thought it was a well put together movie. There wasn't anything. There wasn't a point where I just sat there and I'm like thinking about other stuff. I was in the movie the whole time.
What do you think about the movies?
There's. Well, I mean.
No, he's not generous, bro. Ask him about season 8 of Game of Thrones, and you'll get him started, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Yeah, that's BS. Dan, what would you give Bullet Train?
I'd give it like an 85, 88. I'd give it a little lower. I think the only problem that I had with it was it was a little too long. And then, but Gilberto's boy over there.
No. I know what you're gonna do. No
spoilers.
Dick.
Hey,
Thank you, Fernando, for catching that. Whoa,
that's true. He saved me.
I'd say like I'm gonna say like 88, like Fernando was saying. It's well put together. Like it surprised me. Like I was going in, I was like, I know what I'm coming into this movie. I'm gonna get a bunch of action, and then we'll see what happens. And it was actually really good. Like even at the end, like I was surprised who the villain was. I had no clue.
Yeah.
Like I for sure that I'm not. I'm just
he's not spoiling anything.
Yeah,
you should have seen it already.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be looking for the villain now.
All right, no, you won't. You won't see him.
Well, can I know I haven't seen it. I'm left in the dark here, but can I give my avocado rating for a movie that I saw?
Well, yeah, we're gonna do that last because we love your avocado rating. We have one more thing.
All right. Okay.
During the latest episode of She-Hulk, there was a big cameo by a fan favorite Marvel character
never seen that show,
making his second appearance in the MCU. And no, it's not Frogman. What is your favorite cameo from a movie or a show? Oh God.
Let's start.
Gilbert, I'm gonna go. No, you're the main event. Dan, what's your favorite cameo?
I'll go with John F. Kennedy and X-Men.
Okay.
That wasn't the real John F. Kennedy.
It's still hilarious or interesting. It's Magneto trying to control the bullets, and that's why he got shot.
Okay. You never took that right, huh? I guess.
What?
You never took that right, apparently.
No.
Go ahead, Fernando.
Well, what other cameo can you think of? Am I going to just pick Stan Lee and be a stooge?
Yeah. That's actually not bad. Yeah,
that's not a bad.
Or would you rather have me pick Alfie Solomons from Peaky Blinders? He's essentially the English version of Bane. You prefer that?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I don't care. Whoever you want.
Go ahead, Fernando. Go ahead. I'll go after you.
No, you go after me. I'm still
Look, he's trying to stall. It's okay. I'll start. I'll keep the ball rolling, dude. What other cameo can I think of?
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, for me, it's Chris Evans in Free Guy, where he says, "What the." If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. There's a scene in there where Ryan Reynolds it has the Captain America shield, and then it cuts to Chris Evans, who's at a local shop, and he's there, and he says, "What the," and because they never say the F word in Marvel. So for me, it's Chris Evans in the Free Guy.
Speaking of that. Am I the only one who's tired of seeing Ryan Reynolds everywhere? I don't understand the whole cult around him. I don't. He's all right. I didn't like Deadpool. It's all right.
All right.
You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with two. One, I love Billy Idol and The Wedding Singer.
He just
When,
Googled it. Look at his eyes. He's reading. He's
Yeah,
reading.
He's reading. He's reading. He
No.
Googled it.
I have another one. I have another Marvel one. I thought Billy Idol and The Wedding Singer is great. The other one that I love is Captain America and Thor: The Dark World. I know Thor: The Dark World is a terrible movie, but when he goes and he gets Loki out of prison and Loki's going through it, he's like, I feel American. I feel powerful. I feel righteous. And he's walking around. Loki changes into Captain America. I thought that was a pretty funny cameo. But now for the main event, and Gilbert's looking it up to see
Another Googler.
Yeah. How about Dan Marino and Ace Ventura, Pet Detective?
Oh, there you go. That's not a bad one.
Yeah, I just thought about that real quick.
Out, Dan.
You could have chose Dan Marino and Bad Boys 2 also. He's in there.
Oh yeah, he's really good in that. Dan Marino twice. There you go.
There you go.
My God.
Gilbert, now give us your
Go
avocado
ahead,
review
Victor.
on Smile.
I saw Victor want to say something. Go ahead.
Oh,
Victor.
what's up, Victor?
No. Go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were kicking me out. So I was like,
No.
We're gonna stick around for my avocado rating.
yeah.
For Smile.
Yeah, so I was trying to watch Bullet Train. The partner made this decision here ahead of the table here.
My
and made me
love,
watch,
por favor.
Yeah, we watched Smile, and Fernando's doing pretty good. That's a really
Oh
good
my
job. It's freaking me out.
God.
I feel like I'm cursed now.
Is
I'm
it
cursed.
worth the hype?
You are
Is it like is it the best horror movie of 2022?
Well, put it this way: I don't really care for horror movies. I think most of them are stupid.
There we go.
I set the bar high up on the Exorcist. Like that's the best horror movie ever. And
You're a Dahmer fan then.
I'm a what?
Jeffrey Dahmer used to like The Exorcist too. He used to put it on.
That was actually just he just wants to drink some beer.
Okay. Yeah, me and Dahmer have things in common here.
By the way, we were at Apple. We went to go get Melissa's earphones fixed. We're sitting there. The guy comes up. He's like, "Hey, can I help you guys?" And we turn in and we look. He looks exactly like Jeffrey Dahmer. I had to put my
Glasses
head down.
and all.
I had to put
Glasses
my
and
head
all.
down because I started laughing. And I'm like, Melissa, talk. And she's laughing. And then we're like, little Daniel, you talk. And he's laughing. And Daniel's obviously laughing. So we felt so bad.
A lot of people look like Dahmer, if
But
you know
go-
what I mean.
but go ahead.
Real
These
quick,
glasses
Smile. Yeah, a lot of hype for Smile. They did a great job marketing this movie. I think that the people with the smile and behind the home plate, right, at the baseball games, got your attention there. But I'll say this. That was really freaky. A lot of good jump scare scenes where you're trying to figure out where they're going to scare you again. They catch you off guard really well. Actually, the storyline was pretty good. The ending was pretty good. It wasn't the worst thing ever. It was actually entertaining, and I'll give it a solid 72% on the avocado rating.
So did you get scared? Like, were there any moments where you were actually like freaked out or?
It became a game where I don't want to get scared. I don't want to jump up. Like they had a lot of scare scenes. It got me one time. Your boy was like, your boy was flustered. I was like, oh, hold me. So I was a little scared. Okay.
I love how he speaks so well of it, and all he gives is a 72%. That's a C
tough,
minus,
man. He's
my
a
guy.
tough
You're
critic.
really
Horror
passing
movies
class.
are not my thing. I don't really care for them, but
I love horror movies.
I usually
They're
will
so
give them
good.
like a 40%, whatever. But 72 is not bad.
Garbage.
Before we move on, can I just say the trailer for Wednesday looks amazing. They just brought out who
Wednesday
Uncle Fester's
Adam?
gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on Netflix looks really good. Yeah,
I
Tim
didn't like
Burton
who
is
they
making
chose
a
for
series.
Gomez.
No,
No.
Luis
You had a
Guzman.
good
You
one.
don't like
You had
Luis
a good
Guzman?
one. Who did you
No,
say?
I do, but Gomez was supposed to be a handsome,
Yeah,
like
the
Latino.
guy.
There were so many others that they could have chose.
Rami
I mean,
Malek would have been
Literally,
good.
that gives me hope that a chubby Mexican can get a hot wife like Catherine Zeta-Jones. So that keeps hope alive for us chubby guys. But
There you go. Positivity.
I don't know. All right. Well, so you think it's gonna be good?
Yeah. And
Show or
Fred
movie?
Armisen is Fred. It's a series, and Fred
Oh.
Armisen is playing Uncle Fester. So I'm
wow.
excited for that series.
Supposedly, the one that was Wednesday Adams, she's gonna be in the show too, right? The original from the movie.
Yeah. That's also is in the new trailers. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
What's her name? Ooh,
Car,
I forget her name.
something with a C.
I love those movies though. The Addams Family,
Yeah.
the 2000s.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Before
hey,
you guys
well,
leave,
yeah.
give me your best Smile impression. There we go. Get him out of here. Thank you, guys.
Oh my god, that was a good one. All right, it's time for Una Mas, Gilbert. Before I ask you my final question, I need to. I have some brain teasers for you, Gilbert. All right. Well, obviously, I always have to make life difficult for you. Una más cannot be simple. So, Gilbert, will you pass the test or will you fail it? What is this line from? It says, "You have become the very thing you swore to destroy." What are you?
What are you? Like the person who said it?
Yeah. What movie? If you can give me the movie, I'll be okay.
Come on. It was the third movie, the Sith Revenge, what are they called? Star Wars. Revenge of the Sith, whatever.
Right. There you go.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay. Everything's all right in the world. That's
not
good.
Total stooge, like
yeah. Well, I'm just saying, Gilbert. Let's see. This one, I'm really interested to see what you have to say. Wow. Gilbert, what is one thing that should be illegal in your, or what's something your profession allows you to do that should be illegal?
Allows me to do? Why would I say this? So people could try to take it away from me?
Or should I take it away?
I don't know. Actually, that's like very tough. Well, no, I'm not gonna say anything because I want to keep everything. I don't know. A lot of perks to be a reporter, by the way, Fernando. So I'm not gonna say anything.
All right, then I'll take that one away. That was pretty interesting. Gilbert, do you find this interesting? This was at a
my god, the comment. Okay.
This was at a soccer game. Do you find this interesting? Look at this.
You had to end the show with soccer. Come on.
Look at that.
What country is this? What am I looking at?
I don't know where it is, but those are people on the floor.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. That's creative. That's more entertaining than an actual soccer game.
Oh my god!
Pretty cool.
And look, those are supposed to be the goalkeeper gloves, and boom, it's a goal. So yeah, that's. Did I have anything else that I needed to do? No, that's. Let me just ask you. No. One last time, Gilbert. Obviously, we said that we haven't been keeping up with baseball that much because of the NFL season. Now that it's the Dodgers against the Padres facing off in the NLDS, will you check out any games this series?
Yeah, it's a good little rivalry here. It's kind of like the Compas Baseball Bowl, right? You're from San Diego, I'm from LA. I don't really care.
We know Dan and Diego will be going for the Padres.
Yeah, he cares so much. I hope one of these games are in the middle of a Charger game. Let's see how pissed off he gets. But yeah, it was good rivalry between the two cities here. So I don't know. I feel weird saying it. Go Dodgers. I don't care. Whatever.
I'll probably check out. No, yeah, I should be good to go for all the games in this series except for unless they play on next Monday night, because I'll be in LA covering Chargers and Broncos. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I want to see if the Padres have gotten over that little brother act, or if they're still they still fear Big Brother. But guys, thank you guys so much for checking out another great episode of Compas on the Beat. Do not forget that that we did interview Deontay Wilder. Please, guys, go check that interview out. You guys are gonna love it. Deontay really breaks down so much good stuff for us. He jokes around with us. We were having fun with him. He had to pull over because of a joke that we had. So it's honestly some good stuff. Don't forget, this week we will be doing previews for the show. Dan and I's will probably come out a little bit later for What's Up Bolts, because it is a Monday Night Football game. House of Horns will have you guys covered with all things Carolina versus Rams. That's going to be an interesting matchup, just because Carolina just fired their coach. Obviously, Chargers are facing the Broncos on Monday Night Football. Who's going to be at quarterback for the Broncos? Will Russell Wilson, after having a procedure, play? We'll have everything for you guys on our end. Vic, the producer, and Gilbert will have everything on their end. And then, obviously, like I said, don't forget to check out this week's episode of Combat Compas, where we're breaking down the Deontay Wilder fight. Ryan Garcia, what was he talking about when he said done deal? Who's he fighting next? Who knows? Gilbert will give me his expert opinion on who he thinks. And then obviously I'll be breaking down Extreme Rules and him being back. So it's another great episode. Thank you guys so much again. Gilbert, you got anything to say to the folks?
No, that's it, man. I can't wait for you guys to watch his interview with Deontay Wilder. You got a Monday Night Football game. The Rams are playing the Matt Ruleless Panthers. So a busy week for us. And
yeah, no, definitely a lot of
also, I should promote. Yeah, check out House of Horns. What's Up Bolts? Combat Compas. There we go.
Thank you guys again so much for rocking with us. We appreciate you guys. But for the time being, we got some other stuff we got to do. So, Gilbert, ¿sabes qué? Vámonos.
We're on to week 6 of the NFL season. Ya nos vamos, pues, vámonos.